Well, they're fed up and ready for a fight. Meet the residents taking ridiculous council fines head on.
I think it was ridiculous. I got a fine for parking in front of my own house on the Nature Strip.
Councils remind me of yappy little dogs. They're very irritating and basically pointless.
This is just blatant revenue raising.
Irate ratepayers and greedy councils grabbing our cash by fining us for everything from car parking to garage sales.
As you can see, it's a narrow street. I do it every day just to sort of try and keep, the street a bit open for other cars. I think it's pretty ridiculous that I got a fine in front of my own house.
Philip's been putting a couple of wheels up on the Nature Strip for years and nobody's worried before now. But he'll soon be $85 poorer thanks to the Banyule City Council and its ranger's suddenly sharp eye.
I don't think I was putting anyone in danger. I think I was actually doing a safer thing by parking off the road and sort of making more room for traffic.
5 years I've been parking here and never had a fine. As you can see, I'm in my driveway, not obstructing the pathway or the roadway.
Kristen, just a few streets from Philip, also copped an $85 fine in this recent blitz.
It's a bit of a cash grab.
She's going to fight it, but she's upset she has to go through that bother.
It is a huge time waster. I'm also a week off giving birth. Not good timing for me.
I think they do go after the easy targets. I think they go after areas where they can make money to justify their own existence and to keep themselves ticking over. Let's take some calls. Your local
Speaking out for the thousands of Australian drivers bitten by hungry council rangers already this year, 3AW's Neil Mitchell.
They don't get the message, they're not in touch with their constituents, and how many constituents actually know who their local councillors are?
This is disgusting what they're doing.
I've had a ticket.
I've had a ticket.
I've had a ticket.
We pay enough rates as it is.
I've had a ticket.
Ticket. And we don't like it.
I've had one too.
Why should we pay more?
It's well known that council madness is contagious. Here on the narrow streets of Moreland, we recently reported how the council blitzed and fined dozens who dared to try and park safely by parking on their nature strip.
Where am I going to park? On top of the roof or inside the house?
When the locals protested, the council's brilliant solution was to charge them thousands of dollars to turn their nature strips into legal parking spots. Now, who thought of that one?
It comes from the minds of bored housewives and jumped-up greengrocers. You have a look at your local council. I'm afraid they're not really community leaders. They're just people who, well, nobody really can be bothered doing it unless they're bored.
Now, councils everywhere seem to be going nuts with weird rules. How about the war on cubby houses in Wollongong?
It's said that if we don't remove the cubby house, it's a $1.1 million fine, and then it's $110,000 a day if we don't remove the cubby house.
Here's our cubby house and here's
the council's argument that this cubby was never approved and posed a bushfire threat seemed a bit over the top.
It's just a cubby house, for goodness sake. I mean, do me a favour. It's not a Taj Mahal or anything. It's a cubby house for my child.
But cubbies are child's play compared to what councils can make rules about. In Bass Coast, it's been reported families may have to buy a $100 permit to allow their kids to camp in their own backyard. In Whittlesea, if you forget to remove the signs advertising your garage sale, you'll be hit with a $235 fine. And in Geelong, just feeding a duck or throwing a pebble into a lake could cost you big time. Speaking of which, bad gardening habits could cost you over $1 million in council punishment. Neil Mitchell has a solution for all these council fines. It's a bit radical.
I don't think we need councils. I think we're over-governed. Do away with that third tier of government. It'll be cheaper, it'll be more efficient and more effective. Just get rid of them.
There's a lot of people who agree with him, and if you've received an unfair fine, we want to know about it. Send us an email, tweet or Facebook us.